I'm still in China, so I thought I would update you on some of the changes and stuff that have happened with the coronavirus, how China is dealing with it. There are a lot of stores open now, and a lot of the package places have started delivering. However, they're still on limited hours. Some of the stores that were open and you could walk in, now you can only do takeout. So for example, Starbucks, you used to be able to walk in, you got your stuff, and then you walked out. Now they have blocked it off, and you kind of have to stand at the door and order takeout, and they want you to order through the app preferably. So that's a new thing. The stores are continuing to clean and sterilize. We had an instance where the Jenny Wongs near us, apparently someone who was confirmed to have coronavirus, went to that Jenny Wongs, and now they have adjusted their store hours, so they spend the whole morning cleaning for like 4 hours. I think that's what it said on the sign. And so they clean for 4 hours in the morning, and so now they don't open until 1 and they close at 6. So it's a very brief window that you can get your groceries from that store. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that helps to have to keep your store hours changed. I can understand why an initial cleaning would be necessary, but to have to change it, I don't know if the government is making them do that or if they're just doing that so that customers will feel better about going there. But I feel like limiting it so that you're stuck having to go there in a brief window is going to create a bigger crowd of people, and crowds are going to spread the virus way worse. But I don't know, who am I? Some different stuff with having to enter the complexes. Packages for a while now haven't been able to go in, and neither have like food deliveries. You have to go out and get them. However, they've made it a little bit worse. So my one friend, their water store where they order their big water is on the outside of their complex, and it used to be that store was allowed to bring water inside to their complex, and now they are not allowed to do that anymore. And luckily for us, our water store is inside our complex, so we're able to get it. So what my friend has to do is has to walk all the way outside, carry this huge jug of water up to his apartment. So that's obviously an inconvenience, and for people who aren't strong enough to carry it, that's going to be a big problem. So the packages are still out there, and you have to go get them, and they call you, which is a little bit difficult. We had a package delivered, and we got a phone call, but at first I didn't know what they were saying. I do know what Kwai means, and so I kind of figured it out. Yeah, but it was a bit confusing. As far as entering complexes is concerned, our complex has recently gotten stricter. Because we didn't travel, we didn't used to have this card, like basically saying we were on self-quarantine to get in and out of our complex. But recently, they made us get that card. So now we have this card to get in and out of our complex. And if you don't have the card, you can't get into the complex. So basically, people can't come visit you anymore. We were going to visit our friend, and we're not allowed in that complex because we don't have the card for that complex. So basically, you can't have people come over and visit you unless they're in the same complex as you. So that is a new development. In order to make sure that people aren't skipping the temperature checks, they have gated off places and made it so that you have to funnel through to a certain place. Ours complex had the north gate was like locked for the longest time, but recently they like built a structure so that you couldn't jump the fence. So I guess people were jumping the fence or something, or they were handing stuff over the fence for deliveries and stuff, and they have like built this thing so that it's harder to do that. And different places have like put barbed wire up and stuff like that to keep people from being able to avoid getting their temperature checked and showing their cards. So it kind of feels like we're on lockdown. So the DDs are interesting. This guy we had the other day had plastic wrapped so that he couldn't like breathe the same air as us. So last week, our school officially declared that it would be closed until March 7th, but they said that that is still a tentative date, but at least we know for sure it will be closed until March 7th. My school has suspended online learning, so we're not doing that anymore, and we have now gone into our summer vacation, so we will take some summer vacation time to make up for this. It's hard to get masks, and it's been hard to get masks, but now it's also hard to get soap. All the stores near us are out of soap. We had to go about 15 minutes away to get some soap, and the soap that we normally get was out, and they had only this different kind of soap that we've never heard of before. I think overall it's probably getting better. The stores are open at least. A lot more delivery places are starting to deliver now. It's just a lot of inconveniences at this point. So basically, those are some of the big changes. I would say the biggest changes for us would be having to have a card to go in and out of the complex and not being able to visit our friends anymore. That's very inconvenient. And like further makes it even more boring. Like, oh my gosh, now we can't even have friends come over. Like, All right, bye guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated if there's any other major changes.